So 2 white big men and 2 red big men. Offensive players outside the lane in the middle. Screen for our coach. For an indirect screen, we need at least 3 players. And spacing are a key point. And for sure, if the distance is little, we don't play anything. We need perfect spacing. Why do we start a step outside the lane? Because of spacing. All these fake movement is toward the ball, and he needs to be in balance. He needs to be ready. He needs to be ready for the first step. Without contact, he will never take an advantage. It's not important coming off the screen, but if he doesn't see the ball, we must attack. If the defender doesn't look at the ball, he can get the ball and score easily under the basket. You must threat. And he must be patient with good spacing. We must have high contact with the ball and contact with the defender in order to see how he's guarding us and then take a decision. I can play curl-like according to how the defense is moving, is playing. Coming out 45 grades. The only slow movement is the fake movement. Then we must sprint. We worked a lot with Marco Bellinelli on this stuff to prepare the shot. I make a step toward him, toward the defender. And I must bring the hair out in order to be stronger. For the screener, the first goal is the outside defender. The second goal is to look at the ball. And the third is how my defender is guarding me. And 90% of the times, these screens are good situations for shooters. And they scored many situations after the step in because they were active after the screen. They were good in keeping a perfect balance, shoulder to shoulder, help, stepping in, getting the ball and score. The step in must be aggressive, in balance. show the hand, show the target where he wants the ball. And the step outside the lane is important, because if our perimeter player goes that side, there will be more space on the other side. If both of them starts with 1 foot inside the lane, there will be less space. Both of them must look at the ball, step in after the screen, if he doesn't receive the ball, we go on with a drill that I really love. Two-on-two big men with 2 coaches. Here they learn how to be patient, how to wait for the screen, how to look at the ball, how to screen, what the angle of the screen, how to be active after the screen. And I never allow them to before 3 or 4 rotations, to learn, to learn, to learn. After the pass, the screen. It's not important how he defends, under or above the line. I don't care that. But my task is the same. We want to attack, and we can attack only if we look at the ball. I go near the defender. I'm patient, waiting for the screen. I must wait for the screen. Because now he really knows what's the angle of the screen. It takes the first decision. It depends on what they do. Let's do very slowly. Ready for stepping in and screening. Wait for the screen. You follow and open the second line. First option with duck in, and second option with a shot. Now we play big man on big man in every situation. And we must open, have all the passing lines, pass in, pass out, pass in, pass out. If they switch after the screen, you turn, you pivot. Offensive box out, box out. Not to the ball after on the first pass. Let's do the first situation and reverse the ball. And I want 2, 3, 4 rotations during the training, during the drill. What's your defense? There is no pass. Let's go on. And this situation, almost the 90% of the teams, they use it in the EuroLeague. For example, Panathinaikos with the Shortsanidis, they play almost only this stuff. See the ball, and the target is your player. Is he following me, or if he changes? If they switch, step in. To the ball, jump to the ball. I look at the ball, I see the ball. Up again, screening. Follow or switch. Follow, you go inside and I go out. In this way we can improve our big men in a continuous activity. So we can finish with a simple step in. At least 3 rotations. Patience. Stay in touch with the ball. Wait for the screen. Close to the defender. And reading the situation. Does he follow you or does he change? Good. Go on. you must play a offensive box out in order to get the ball. Be patient. Look at the ball. It's important you look at the ball, you see the ball. If he anticipates, you pivot, and you must always be focused on getting the ball. Patience is a key point when you screen. After the step in, sprint, very aggressive the first step. And always eye contact with the ball. This is the first step. We want our big man to be patient, to wait for the screen. And you can win EuroLeague games if you have patience and screening between big men. And in my case, this is a drill 2-on-2 big men, and I do it many times along the year. And we can do this drill with all the kind of big men, but it's important to pay attention to the technique, to the patience, to the readings, and to the timing. Many teams now, they have a zipper entry play. But in most of the times, spacing is not done correctly. "95% of the times, the player with the ball stops there. Screen. You have only one option. there is no activity of the big man. And for this reason I insist. We talked a lot about Gianmarco Pozzecco this morning. So a player with a skill, with a good passing angle. I prefer this kind of entry, not the zipper entry, where the perimeter player starts very low. I did it thousands of times with Pozzecco and Delfino, with Hawkins, athletic player, and many times the defender doesn't look at the ball. And there was an easy layup, as the other big man is high. But also with the national team, Mersic and Alanovic did it at least twice in the game. And then it was much easier to use the screens. It's not important if the big man is a shooter or not, but it's important he starts in the high position. We can play back screen, but it's important that we create a triangle on the strong side, and we start with the screen. I had a player, Simon, who came out of the first time from Croatia. And Valencia, they didn't have a big three. And we play vertical down. But at the same time, I want to play with the big. But after each play, where the main option is not for the big, we can put the ball inside. But we all know the options, the L in Europe or the horns in the US. I don't know why almost nobody gives the ball inside. But I think it's very fundamental for so many reasons to give the ball inside and outside. And the team's able to score easy baskets and fast break and offensive rebounds. We win the 90% of the games. maybe you can win only once without easy baskets and offensive rebounds. Otherwise, you never win. Now, put the ball inside. There can be no slow motion. You go close and then back door. Now you close, you cut. We are talking about the activity of the big man after the screen. First of all, patience, spacing. Look at the ball. The biggest mistake is screening without looking at the ball. But it's impossible, it doesn't see what the defense is doing. He must look his target, his objective, and without one of these objectives, there will be no good screen. Otherwise, the offense will not be able to punish the defense or make the right decision. Screen on the pocket, low screen. Very aggressive step in after the screen. I think Tomic scored 50% of these points after the screen for Navarro. He did a perfect step in. He was very good in this situation. And I do almost every day another drill 3-on-3 with 3 players on the strong side. back screen, close to the defender. Now active to the ball. There is no pass, wait for the screen. Down pick. Now try these situations with vertical down. And all the things we saw before: patience, aggressive step in, active to after the screen. As we saw before, see the ball, wait for the screen, close to the defender. This is a very useful drill for the defense. It's important to improve the offense, the mismatch situations, and only if we have big problems we can switch. And anytime when you pass, you must see what your defender is doing. Otherwise, with a step in, there's space. Otherwise, with patience, you wait for the screen. We can have fun with that, with a V-cut. You see a lay cut, you go close. Now small, small, and big, small. And every players adapt to the different situations you can have. But please, spacing, patience, and always see the ball. And after every screen, open 2 passing lines, inside and outside. And after every screen, step in aggressively, sprint, stop, not walking. After every screen, ball, and patient. I think we will find easy baskets if we have all the stuff we talked about. Patience, active big men, good spacing between the big men. And after the screen, good screens, you can find easy baskets. We can go on. You go close, deny the screen. But if the screen is on the pocket, this is the signal for me where to go. If he follows me, or if he cuts the screen, I change and I go to the corner. This is the first point. But good coaches immediately create a situation where the defense punish this situation for the offense. So if I have a shooter in the corner, I start on the opposite side. Coach is the other big man. Down pick. Now our activity with the big man, pass. My shooter is in the corner. And he goes to the opposite side. This is our job. When the defense prepares something, we must put the ball inside in order to see how they guard. We want to see how they're gonna guard us. We don't want surprise at the end of the game. We want to see immediately how they guard the pick and roll, how they defend the pick and roll, how they defend the big man. Screen and rescreen in the strong side. And there is a reading where you can see the players. It's important the vertical line of the screen. We don't allow the defender to go above the screen. And all of a sudden you see the defender and what he's doing. You step in. If he follows me, and then immediately rescreen. I look what he's doing. I go to the corner, triangle, step into the ball. And this is something where players can improve a lot. For sure, when we are 5-on-5, we can go on the weak side. And there will be many different angles. And on the weak side, I prefer a better angle for shoot, for curl, for step in or step out. So, for example, players like Mason Rocca with little talent but very great screeners, great readers, and they reached a very important level. Mike Battiste from the second division in Italy became the one of the best big men in Europe. And direct screen is or for the dribbler or a dish for the dunk. And with I don't care how the defense plays, I care about good readings, spacings, patience, and we will take the right decision 100% of the times. they had a lot of problems this year at Barcelona, and they were the best in Europe. And in the Copa del Rey, Spanish National Cup, KK Vitoria, they prepare very aggressive defense, show or double teaming on Navarro and Jasikevičius, because they didn't want to let the ball in the hands of Navarro or Jasikevičius. And Navarro finished the game with 0 points, but was MVP. Central screen. And as Zacchetti showed before with a play for dinner, or we did with a vertical down, another big man on the opposite side, a big man here. As he got the ball, the other big man stayed on the baseline. So always attack the opposite side, never the screen side. The angle of the screen, when they began to play, they double teamed. We need a player to open passing lines against the double team, fake and split. Bodiroga was the best. It was embarrassing, the facility he had. And with 1 or 2 dribble back, but the screener is the most important player in this situation. With a aggressive defense as a principle, they will deny every pass. This is improvisational system. Barcelona was great against double team. I'm the point guard to defend. I am the big man, sorry. Double team. They were very good by using a short cut of the big man, not a long cut to the basket. And the defense will have to decide the rotations. Two shooters on the sides and one big man inside to get the ball. If there is no pass here, and I can catch and face, and now there is a long cut if the big man doesn't receive after a short cut. Because if you have immediately a long cut, your offense is steady. And it's important, the shortcut if the double team is very high. Same situations where we started. Now deny the pick and roll. I'm the big man. He calls down and I'm down. As Meo said, we are playing screen, but where Frank told, where is the screen? And when the defense is baseline, we must pay attention, because we have to create by moving or by dribbling. and they hit. Now there is a triangle to give the ball inside, or there is another triangle to give the ball inside, or pass, direct pass inside. With one or two dribble back, we create new spacings. We don't attack immediately. We must have patience in order to do what we want to do. But on the side pick and roll, and the defense is sent to the baseline, now there is more space with an isolation. But we don't have to attack immediately. And if there is baseline call, there is my signal to go for you. We must bring his defender to the weak side. And these are details for the big man, playing without the ball. They must be patient and wait. And creating bigger space will help you to have a better offense. Now a double high post. Crossing or not crossing, direct screen. All the details, pass close to the screener, angle of the screen, reading, rolling. And as I said for Batiste, if there is no direct pass, if there is an extra pass, he stops here. He looks. If the defense contain, I prefer with the pop, cut on the other side and the high low. There is no pass, we go on and we create new situations. Or from the L. And as I did this stuff in order to make the weak side work. Meo did a similar thing before. But you go on with a screen for the shooter and opening. And two players on the weak side must pay attention and aware on what's happening here. And it's important if there is all the details we talked about and activity of the after the screen.